out here once again, GMS, elders of GMS on location, and we're at Central Park next to the Obelisk that was given to New York City by the Kiev of Egypt. This came out of Alexandria, Egypt, and this wasn't built over here. This goes back to the time of when during the time of Alexander the Great, when that library, that famous library, was built over there in Alexandria, Egypt, and it was brought over here through the Vanderbilt family for New York. It was a gift. And when you go into this obelisk, it really goes back to the ancient Egyptians and their gods, which go back to Satan. We also, behind us is the famous Met, and we took a couple of pictures up, in front of the museum. So we're out here, basically, we're going into this whole situation with Barack Obama declaring war against Syria, which is clearly an unconstitutional act, and he's supposed to be a constitutional attorney. Now, when you check out the news, as of today, Saturday, August 31st, 2013, I was watching the news pretty much all day, mainly CNN, and yet last night as well. Last night, I believe it was, there was a vote over there in Great Britain to go ahead and bring troops or military might over there to Syria to join forces with the U.S. military, and Cameron was voted down. Germany said they didn't want to have nothing to do with it. The UN, pretty much, nations don't want to have anything to do with it. There's no constitutional attorneys or no attorneys to speak of that's really coming out and saying that this is unconstitutional. Now, Barack Obama had received, I believe, 6 months into his to the presidency, he had received a Nobel Peace Prize. What a joke! And what they said, yeah, pun intended. And they said the committee behind the Nobel Peace Prize pretty much said, they questioned him as to why did you give this guy that we don't even know a peace prize when he didn't do anything. And they said, well, this is for the acts of peace that he's going to do in the future. Well, this is an act of peace, right? The fact that he declared war against Syria. So anyway, our topic is on Syria, all right, and this is going to tie into prophecy, because I have a map here. Hold this to my mouth, please. And we have some document. We're going to go into the history of Syria. We're also going to show you through documentation and as well as the scriptures that you have a lot of Israelites, really a lot of Ephraimites in the land of Syria that think that they're Arabs. See if I can find this here map. Yeah, you have a map of Syria. If I can find it. I believe this is it. Yeah, this is a map, and you'll see it on the screen. And if you notice, Syria, touching the border of Syria is Iraq. To the southeast, touching the border of Turkey to the north. You can see the Red Sea. You can see it's also touching the border, the shoreline of the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, so this right here is smack dab in the middle. Give me Joel 3, smack dab in the middle of the Middle East, and this is where the war of Armageddon is going to take place. This is a hot spot, a major hot spot. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. So the point is, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Now the precept for prepare means to sanctify. Why? Because the Lord had already sanctified or ordained this from old. But now we're in that time period right now where this thing is about to happen. It says, wake up the mighty men. Because right now is when the mighty men are being woken up to go to war. You know, going back to World War I, World War II, and now we just about basically in the beginning stages of World War III. You know, so these mighty men in these different countries are being woken up. I mean, all they were doing at one time was just basically doing drills, you know, in their countries on how to protect themselves in case of any type of invasion. But now they're actually getting ready to go to war. You know, and Elder Tahar spoke about this guy Obama declaring war on Syria. Now, he said that they're not going to put any boots on the ground. What they're going to do is they're going to do airstrikes, from what he was saying. He said it could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be next month. There's no time limit on it, you know. So this thing is moving, man. It says, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Why? Because that's the Lord stirring up that controversy over there in the Middle East. Because that's what? That's part of the prophecy for what? For Armageddon. You know, all these armies being gathered together so the Lord can bring forth His judgment upon them. It says, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Because the people that's in these countries now, whether they're farmers, whether they're carpenters, or whether they're whatever trade they have, basically the Lord's saying, look, leave all that stuff alone, take that and make weapons out of it. Because you're about to go to war. You're about to start fighting. Even the commoners are going to have to fight. Because this war that's coming is going to be a vicious war. It says, and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say, I am strong. Now, at one point, America is known as what the world called a superpower. Just like Russia is a superpower. At one time, all nations were pretty much afraid of America because America had the top weapons, you know. They had missiles, they had all different type of technology to where they could just come in your land and take you out. But now, since Russia and other countries have been aiding these smaller countries with different types of weapons, these countries are getting the technology to build either whether it be biological weapons, whether it be nuclear missiles and all of that. So they have that power now, so America won't just roll up in the country anymore like it used to for fear of retribution, so to speak, or of them using those bombs that they have. Because some of these countries will use it. You know, they will use that technology they have if America steps over their bounds.
They're going to use it because the Most High is going to make them use it.
That's right.
All right? See, they think that the reason, going back to that map, the reason why their plan is going to Syria, because they were the ones, the elite, the shadow government, they were the ones that set up the rebels to fight against the Assad government. Okay? And they figured that the rebels being financed with given weapons and so forth, and being financed to do so, and this goes back to about a year and a half, if I'm not mistaken, at least a year, and they're not fulfilling the job.